Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dan the Man here, bringing you a 5th generation Pokemon Black and White battle. This battle is versus MMLFrostyPixie, a very famous, and she's actually pretty good, even though some people may say she's not. She's really good now. Well, that's my opinion. Well, let's get the battle started. Anyways, this is a rematch, as you guys can tell, and because I battled her before. So, anyways, she has a Sandstorm team, and I have a, well, it's not really a Rain team, it just has Drizzle because it helps some of my Pokemon. But yeah, I lead with my Jirachi because her Tyranitar is going to be slower than my Politoed, and she'll get the weather up, and I won't gain anything by it. So I lead with my Jirachi, and I set out my Stealth Rocks, and now she goes for a Fire Blast, while I go for the Wish. So I wanted to, Iron Head the fuck out of it. But now I got burned, which messed me up, because I could have, used the Iron Hacks thingy. But no, she burned me, and fuck. So I gotta go to my Hermit the Frog. Yeah, it should be named Kermit, but now I'm gonna switch the name because I don't like being corrected. So yeah, bitch, take that. And I use Toxic in here because I know she's gonna switch out, but whatever comes in is gonna get hit effectively by a Toxic. But I miss. I'm like, oh dang, man. And she has her thing named Revolution X 1600, which is another YouTuber. He's not that cool. Anyways, I use Toxic and her whatever the thing's called, Golduck, yeah, it's Golduck, gets Toxic again. She goes for the HP Electric, and since that thing isn't really like I guess it's okay at what it does, but it isn't strong enough to be used competitively in OU, but it does get a lot of hacks this battle, so it does make it work. So I go to my Garchomp, DanTheMan, fuck yeah, and she predicts the fuck out of me. I thought she was gonna go for electric, Hidden Power Electric again, like she did last time, or HP Grass or whatever. So I go to my Garchomp, and she does Cal, then I got burned, now she goes for the Ice Beam, and that burn matter because if it wasn't for that Cal damage, the burn damage, I would have had enough HP, just a little bit though, but I would have lived, and would have got another Earthquake off. And then again, if I wasn't burned, I would have switched out because I knew I wouldn't be able to kill. So I go to my Thundurus, and I use Thunder because I thought she wouldn't switch out because the thing's almost dead, and I didn't want to go for a Focus Blast and miss, but she goes for Garchomp, and I thought she was Scarfed, and she Swords Dance. I'm like, what the fuck? How did I not know? Look at her Garchomp. It's named Daniel after me. And I did not know it was Swords Dance. And, like, that's my signature Garchomp. I'm fucking retarded. So I go to my Jirachi. And right now, she's freaking destroying me. The score is 6-3. And I go for the Hidden Power, 6-4. And I go for the Hidden Power Ice. And I know it's not going to kill, but I have to have something like, to weaken that thing. Because I have a Latias, but since my Latias isn't a special sweeper per se, it's bulky, and it won't kill a Garchomp at full HP. So I go for the Hidden Power Ice, to weaken it down. Then I go for Dragon Pulse, and the score is 5-3, and she's whooping my ass right now. And I'm like, fuck, man, Frosty, you got good. Not gonna lie, you got good. Well, I guess at least against me. Anyways, she goes for Tyranitar, and I knew she didn't have Pursuit because I had this feeling. She had Fire Blast and Crunch. She has to have some type of superpower or Stealth Rocks. But I go to my Politoed now to take the Crunch, and because my Politoed is maximum HP and defense, I'll take that like a boss, and I can rest that, and I have Sleep Talk, so I'm pretty good there. She goes back to her Revolution X 1600, and in here I make a switch to my Maria, which is my Latias. She goes for the Hidden Power, so that was a good prediction by me. So now I'm finally starting to catch up. I have 3 Pokemon, she has 5. I need to start doing much better than. So now her Revolution X 1600, she's taking the Toxic damage, and I switch out to my Hermit the Frog because I thought she would switch out to Tyranitar, but I made a dumb move anyways because I forgot my Hermit was asleep, and you can't always trust the because you do Sleep Talk, and then you'll get some fucking random move you don't want. So she switches out to her Can Opener, which is a Scizor, and I go for the Sleep Talk, hoping I'll do any damage, just get Scald. I'm hoping for Scald. But, it goes for fucking Toxic. I'm like, oh, God, great. Shit, man, I'm getting horrible hacks. She burns me twice. I can't even fucking attack. And I'll do it again, and I get another Toxic, and I don't get to attack, and she goes with Swords Dance, and now she's +2, and I haven't done shit to it. So I'm finally awake. I'm gonna go for the Boiling Water, and I finally hit it and get a burn on it. And that's pretty good for me because burn, what it does, it doesn't just drop your attack by 2, as most people would think. It first makes it go to its neutral stage and then divides it by 2. So even if she had +2, it doesn't mean it'll go to neutral damage. It means it goes back to normal, then it divides it by 2. Anyway, she goes for her little shit, whatever it's called, and I go for another Skyld. Oh shit! And I gotta switch out, so I go to my Toxicroak. I take the Ice Beam, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking right now. I forgot I had a Sucker Punch. So I switch out back to my Toxicroak, which is going to cost me to take another psychic damage, which was really, really unnecessary on my part. But, you know, I was playing pretty stupid there, so, yeah. She's going to die to toxic damage. I'll heal some HP, you know, just leftovers. That's why I like this Hermit the Frog, or whatever. Because, I don't know, it's very bulky, and it really helps against Weather Wars, because you're never gonna find a Tyranitar with Thunder. I mean, if you do, well, fuck, you're screwed. But you know, well, that Tyranitar probably doesn't even work in the metagame, anyways. Anyways, she goes for a Scizor, and I go for the Boiling Water, and that's really good for me because Scizor is annoying as fuck to my Latias. And now that I have the dead, I'm yes. And now she goes for her Chamarite, haha. So she does a Dragon Pulse, and in here I'm like, oh shit, I better live. And I know I'll live, and I think she's thinking I won't live, so I'm like, you dumb bitch. You're thinking you can actually kill my Hermit the Frog, maximum HP. So now I rest, and I'm like, oh, you mad? I'm just kidding. So now I have a full HP, and that Chamarite's toxic, and now I know she's gonna go for Calm Mind, because right now it's her perfect opportunity, and that was a good move by her. It's a perfect opportunity for her to go for Calm Mind. Because, you know, my Politoed is asleep, and she can do whatever the fuck she wants. So she goes for the Calm Mind, and I'm going to use Dragon Pulse, and that's the best move for me to do, because if she did decide to Dragon Pulse me, it'll do a lot of damage, but if I Dragon Pulse too, that along with the toxic damage will ensure a KO. So she goes for Big Bertha, and that's good for me because I got some damage down, and I know that thing doesn't have Pursuit, so I'll go back to my Hermit the Frog. By the way, I'm thinking about switching the name to my Politoed to Sage or Naruto Sage Mode or something like that, because I'm a huge Naruto fan, and yeah. So in the comments below, I'd like for you guys to put like I don't know, what's your favorite Naruto character and why, and who do you think would win between Naruto and Sasuke at this current stage in time, like with their current abilities. Okay. Now I switch back to my Toxicroak, and she goes for a Latias, and now. That was a good prediction on my part, by the way, so she got predicted. You go for the Sucker Punch, but it just tastes enough. Like, it goes to that HP where it's fucking annoying. Like, I'd rather let it live or kill it all the way. Because if it would have lived another toxic damage, I could have gotten some more HP back. And that's, you know, more HP is always good. But she lived in that annoying HP where she could actually attack me still. So I'm like, fuck, man. Choose one or the other. So I use Drain Punch. She goes for her Tyranitar because my Toxicroak is very fast at same max speed. So Dorioza would be naturally slower. So she goes for you know, weather and whatnot, and she goes for a Rock Slide because I have a Latias, and Latias can manhandle Dorioza. So she decides to be safe right now and go for the Rock Slide, but then again, she's just getting lucky. She got 2 flinches in a fucking row, and she finally misses, and I Drain Punch. And that's good game. Good game, Sasha. Subscribe to me and her, and yeah, answer the question about Naruto that I asked. Bye-bye, guys, and hope you have a nice day. Bye. Don't hit me,